In the northwestern area in Washington, Oregon, maybe it'll take 10 years because it's moist. But what'll happen is the bears will come through and they'll start scraping some of these old logs to get at the moths and the beetles and the bugs and things like that. So it'll return to nature. Look at that industrious squirrel. Look at him go. He's got something in his mouth. That's grass. Most of the time they have the seeds from the cones and they start burying their caches. Now I mentioned to you earlier that something happens in the fall. Well, these squirrels are very industrious. They work all summer long. And then in September, October, November, the bears start to go through a phase called hyperphagia, where they'll eat anything and everything, and they have a great sense of smell. So they actually can smell out these little caches of the squirrels, and they start mowing down on those seeds. But luckily, the squirrels are very industrious, so they always capture more than they need. Yes, sir?
What happens to trees right there?
What happens to the trees right here? Well, oftentimes, believe it or not, buffalo come up here. And the buffalo, their heads in the summertime get very itchy. Now, when your head itches, what do?
Scratch it?
You scratch it. Well, the buffalo can't take their leg and they can't scratch, so they go and they scratch against a tree. And sometimes they scratch against little trees like this because they love to get their head in because all the little branches and all the little needles and stuff like that really makes their head, I would imagine, feel pretty good. So the head gets quite buggy in the summertime with little buffalo gnats and mosquitoes and things of that sort. So the other thing is, at this particular time, some of you may have noticed some of the buffalo look a little scraggly. Well, that's because they're trying to lose their winter hair. And so they're going up against a tree, and they're kind of rubbing to get some of their winter hair off as well. So they're really not sickly. They're just, patches of hair are coming off. So oftentimes you'll see on a tree little tufts of bison hair. Don't touch it, because what'll happen is the birds will come and they'll take it and they'll use it for their little nests and things like that. As a matter of fact, in Yellowstone National Park, since it's a national park, we really can't pick up anything except trash. You're welcome to pick up as much trash as you want.